What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Some commentary for you tonight. Do me a favor, take a moment, hit the like button, subscribe button, criticism in the comment section. You can always follow me on Twitter. My username is Shutdown Safety. I'm joined tonight by Cal Anderson on Twitter. He has crashed the house. If you're not familiar with the game, or the project, really, Dynamic Football, that Cal's been working on, you've missed a lot of my videos, because most of the videos that he's put out have came through the way of my channel, which I greatly appreciate. Cal, if someone's new to the project, what can they expect from the game that you've been working on?
Well, what they're going to expect is first of all, the product's going to be of quality, and the next thing they're going to expect is going to emulate what you see on Sundays, and that's what we're working on as far as the AI and everything, and that's why I kind of held some things back until we go to the GDEX show this month, the Game Developers Expo here in Columbus. I wanted to hold some things back because we're trying to get the game to emulate real football, which is why we have, actually talked to some people like ex-pro football players. I know one of them, Johnny Rutledge, you introduced me to, so I have some other ones that are on this project as well. We're just trying to simulate real football.
So you have probably had more public ups and downs with your game than most people, and that's probably more so because you're so open with the information that you present. You've tried to come out with a demo. Things weren't really received well. You kind of dialed back, and you reassessed a lot of positions within your organization in building this game. Can you talk a little bit about the type of people you've brought on? And some people in the community are kind of taken back by how blunt you are with letting people go if your, I guess, goals aren't being met, your standards aren't being kept. Does that deter you at all to have to go through that cycle, or to be public and open with this is what's going on with the game in terms of the faults, and really maybe holding people accountable to that?
No, because I think the public deserves a quality product, and if I'm lackluster in what I'm trying to do and the people that I'm employing, then the game is going to come out that way. So I don't think there's anything wrong with calling people out. These developers, they get paid pretty well to do what they do, and all I ask is that people do what I ask them to do, which is based on what the community wants. And if they're not living up to those expectations, then, there's no sense in me wasting their time and wasting my time. And so, maybe I am a little blunt about that, but, I'm taking the heat for if things don't go right. So, nobody knows who these developers are, but they know who I am. So if the product is not produced of quality, then, that's going to be a reflection on me and my company. And I just don't want that to happen. And I want people to get the best product that they can get. So, now all of our development is localized here in Columbus, Ohio. I've hired 5 full-time developers here in Columbus from Ohio State. And, I think based on what I've seen so far, everything looks really much better, trending in the right direction than it did before, which is where I had contractors from different states, and that's problematic unto itself.
Now, I think when you talk about a lot of people that maybe misunderstand the way you can come off, I think a lot of it really boils down to how passionate you are and your desire to put out a game. And what most people may not be familiar with is the fact that this game really was born from, you playing football with your son, who unfortunately passed. How much of what Cal Anderson football does goes back into finishing that commitment to yourself to build a game kind of in the vision you had with you and your child?
All of it does. Ryan, we talked about this, I think, a little while back. A lot of people probably didn't think that this project would go as far as it has, and I've put a lot of time, I've put a lot of my own money into this, and so everything is of passion with me as far as this game goes. My son and I, we played Madden a lot, and we talked about this very thing, and I just said it's time, and I just put I took money that I had saved, and I said, I'm going to make this happen. And I think when you do things in life, you have to do it with a passion or don't do it at all. This is the kind of project that if you don't do it with a passion, it's not going to be very successful. There's a lot of passionate people out here in this community, and they know what they want. I know what they want because I'm one of those people too. I've listened to your channel way before this game was published, and I liked all the Madden breakdown videos and everything like that. And I said, well, why don't we focus on what we can do better than rather than worrying about what Madden is or anything like that. Let's focus on what we can do better, and we can add a lot of details that the NFL won't permit EA to do. And I have some friends that work over at EA, and I think I mentioned this before, and they've told me, basically what the game is there. And so I know what we're up against, and we're not trying to build Madden in a year. That's impossible. It's a 30-year-old game, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. A lot of things that they've done has been over the course of 30 years. But what we can do is we can focus on the things that we can do best and build a simulation football game. Go with the foundation, build a solid foundation as far as gameplay first, and then, tack the graphics on and everything like that later. But we've kind of did it backwards because this was my first game. So I started off, because I'm an artist and everything, started off pumping in the graphics and everything. And then we thought we would find some programmers that could do what we needed them to do, but that was a little bit more problematic. But now we've fixed that issue, and so the programming has caught up with the art, just like the defense catches up with the offense in real football.